everyone, it's Tiff Testifies here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I'm so glad that you decided to join me here today. I like to cover things based in faith and spirituality, as well as giving you some really fun glimpses into my everyday life and healing. Now, I know it has been a minute and I just want to apologize to all my subscribers for the lack of content you guys have been receiving from me over these past few weeks. It's been super hectic for me. I'm pretty sure, as you guys already know, I do have like a full-time job, obviously. So with work, and then I was out of town a little bit for my birthday. My birthday just recently passed. And when I came back, I got sick. Your girl caught the vid. This is my second time having it, so I was not doing well for a little bit there. So obviously my health, I had to prioritize that, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I am working on some pretty big projects for this channel that it's going to take a lot of time in terms of like research and putting things together. Sorry you guys, I have my phone on and it's making noises, so let me just silence that. But I didn't want to go a whole nother week without posting something for you guys, so I said, why don't I just do another couch convo? Like, let's just do another couch convo. Let's just get comfy on the couch with each other and talk. How are you guys doing? What has been up in your world? I know I have gotten a lot of stuff that's been going on in mine. I just feel like summer is always so busy because it's nice out and everyone wants to be out. Well, I don't know what part of the country you're in or where you're watching this from, but I'm on the East Coast. I'm in New York, so we have to take full advantage of our summer because it's short and quick, and before you know it, it is freezing again, and it just seems like it's cold for so much longer than it is warm. So people want to be out and doing things. So I definitely have been taking advantage of the beautiful weather here in New York and making sure I'm getting out and being active and spending time with my family and my friends and my loved ones. So please forgive me, but I am definitely working on, like I said, 2 major projects over the next few weeks that I cannot wait to share with you guys. I think you're really gonna enjoy it. It's kind of going into a lot of the stuff that as believers we already are seeing and knowing what's happening, but also to wake up a few people that still might not be exactly clear on the agendas of this world and what's been going on. So like I said, I'm working on those really big projects for you guys, and I'm hoping that I have something coming out within the next few weeks. I'm not going to put a time on them because I don't want to rush myself, because I really want this to be a labor of love. So with all of that being said, how have you guys' summers been? Like, what have you guys been up to this summer? I did a little bit of traveling, nothing crazy. I did a girls trip with my 2 best friends back in May to Aruba, which was beautiful and amazing. And I recently just came back from DC for my birthday. I was out there with my best friend, so we had a good time down in DC. And I really don't have any other like major trips planned. I do think for my daughter's birthday, her birthday's actually coming up in August, but instead of throwing her like a party this year, I think I want to do a mommy daughter trip. So if we do that, definitely plan on vlogging that for you guys, possibly sometime in September. I'm thinking of doing like Tampa or something like that when the kids are back in school, so hopefully it's not as crazy and crowded as it is right now with everyone pretty much still being out on summer vacation. So that's another thing I kind of have on my agenda in terms of traveling. But yeah, you guys, I figure, you know, just come on and chat and see what's been up. I'm trying to think like if there's anything that's been going on recently or that I've been struggling with recently that you guys can relate to. And I think for me, honestly, I've been having bouts of like dealing with loneliness and feeling alone. And it's so weird because it's like you can be surrounded by your friends and your family, but still kind of have these moments of feeling alone. And like, how do you cope with those moments, right? Like, what do you do in those moments when you are feeling lonely? And I think that is a very relatable human experience that we all go through, whether we have tons of friends and family and significant others and spouses. We all deal with at some point in time of our lives these feelings of loneliness. And I'm always called, of course, to be drawn to our Savior in those times and to feel like I just need to get closer to him. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I definitely feel like I have been slacking in that department. For the last few weeks, I definitely have not been as intentional with reading my Bible and journaling and all of the things that I normally do to keep my spiritual health intact and really strong. And I think that's also maybe why I have been feeling more of those moments of loneliness. And I only have myself to blame for that. I have to take full accountability for that. And I know it's something that Yah has called me to get back into and to focus on. And I think once I do those things, I definitely will see a shift in my mood and how I've been feeling and how I'm able to cope with those moments of loneliness. And it's so weird because for me, at least, when I do feel lonely, I tend to withdraw, which is almost like counterproductive, right? If you feel lonely, you would feel like you want to seek others to be around other people, but I actually kind of do the opposite. I don't know if other people out there do that, but I almost do the opposite where I curl in even more when I start to feel that. And I kind of am like, I just want to lock myself up in my room and just, hide away from the world kind of thing. So I really don't know what that is or why that is, but let me know if that's something that you also do when you're lonely, or what are some things that you do to help with coping with being lonely. Like, what does that look like for you guys? Yeah. What else has been going on? What's some stuff that's made headlines recently? Oh, yes. So I have one, you guys. I have one that we can touch on, and I think it ties into a bigger issue. So if you guys haven't heard about this Carly Russell story, this was a young woman. I believe she's about 24, 25 years old. She made a 911 call sometime in July saying that she saw a baby or a child walking alone on the side of a highway. When I already heard that, I thought that was a little strange, but she claims that she saw this child walking along the side of the highway alone, just with like a diaper on or something like that. And allegedly a couple used this child to lure her, to kidnap her, and that she was abducted by this couple. So to make a long story short, she was missing. It turned into this huge social media craze. And, her being a young Black woman, a lot of times those stories don't get as much media coverage. So within the social media atmosphere, it started to pick up a lot of traction. A lot of people are trying to bring awareness to it to help try and possibly find Carly and bring her home safe and sound. And then after investigation, she was found safely. Police asked her for a statement. Everyone was so excited that she was safe, that she turned up, that she was okay. And then after initially giving her statement to the police and authorities, they were not able to corroborate any of the story that Carly had told police in her statement. And allegedly now they are saying that it was all false, it was a hoax, and she is now potentially facing criminal charges for faking an abduction, a kidnapping. As you guys know, that is against the law to do. And along with that, it's also came out that allegedly this was all done in some sort of attempt to get either ex-boyfriend or current boyfriend's attention, allegedly because the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend was cheating. I gotta keep saying allegedly because we don't know if any of this is actually true or not. So allegedly a cheating boyfriend or some kind of cheating ex-boyfriend to get his attention. So you guys, I'm just gonna call a thing a thing. You can argue with yourself on this. We as women need to stop idolizing and worshiping men. Like, it is getting way out of hand, you guys. And for all our believers out there, we gotta also think about understanding. And I get we as women, things feel good. And don't forget, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm jumping all over the place, but don't forget, like, the devil can send people into your life too, just as much as God does. The enemy, Satan, can send people into your life as well. But the difference is, you guys, the person that Satan sends into your life, ultimately, like initially, they might be perfect, right? Because Satan, he masquerades as an angel of light. He's beautiful. So this person can come into your life and be everything that you ever asked for, like the most attractive person. They're sweet, they're caring, they're all these wonderful things, right? Initially. But at some point, if this person is not sent from God, they will ultimately lead you away from God, away from his word, away from his teachings, away from your purpose. That is the biggest one. Someone who is not sent from God will always lead you away from your purpose, you guys. So if anyone is coming into your life and they are leading you down a road of continuous sin, of chaos, of drama and issues, they are not the one that God has sent for you to be your person. I can promise you that, okay? And so I think if all of these allegations of why she did this, the reasoning behind why Carly decided to fake her own kidnapping are true, we really need to have a larger conversation about why we as women are idolizing and worshiping men to a level of us going to these types of extremes to get validation, to feel loved and cared for. All of those things need to come from Yahusha, you guys. He is our Redeemer. He is the one that we should be saving that place of reverence for. It is not that no human man is ever supposed to have that place in your heart. If you are going to those types of lengths and extremes, this is not the man for you. I'm going to tell you it plain and simple. If you are going to the level of faking a kidnapping just to get a man to show you some type of love or attention or to prove that he cares for you, he is not the man for you. It is never, ever that serious, you guys. It really isn't. And I understand that she's young and we need to give grace and pray that, this is a learning lesson for her and that she grows from this, because we were all younger, right? And we probably did some really wild and silly and foolish things for men that never deserved for us to be doing those things for. And ultimately, it is so important for us as women to realize that we are not called to ever worship or idolize a man or a relationship. whatsoever. And so I just really wanted to kind of talk about that situation and put it into perspective, because I do think that there are a lot of women out there that do these things, and it comes from a lack of course, self-worth and self-value, and to understand, that you are so special and so important to our Creator, to God, and any man that does not value or see that in you, that's their loss. And it's not for you to create these elaborate schemes to try and get someone to see these things in you, to force someone to want to be with you, to force someone to care for you. Either they do or they don't, and you have to honestly just have enough care and self-worth for yourself to remove yourself from that situation altogether, ultimately. And we really need to stop placing men in spaces in our lives and in our hearts that they never belong. Okay? And that is where God belongs. That's his place. That is reserved for him and him alone. No husband, no boyfriend, no best friend, no child, no cousin. No one belongs in that space besides Yahusha, our Redeemer and our Savior. So yeah, I really just wanted to speak on that, because if, like I said, if this is true and this is the reason why Carly decided to do what she did, we really need to start thinking about, why we're doing certain things. And I know everyone talks about mental health all the time, and yes, I'm sure there's an aspect of that to it, but we got to also kind of stop using mental health as a scapegoat. And a lot of times mental health is directly correlated to your spiritual health, and their spirits attached to all mental health issues, in my opinion. That's what I believe. And so even if it is a mental health issue, it's ultimately a spiritual issue as well. And we need to start taking better care of our spiritual health first and foremost, to make sure that everything else in our life is aligned in that way. So yeah, I just want to say to anyone out there, we have to really, really understand who is sent from God and who isn't, and to pray for stronger discernment, being able to take a step back outside of ourselves. I know as women we can get caught up in emotions and our feelings, but the heart is very deceiving, right? So we need to also understand that there is a logical aspect of things, and we need to sometimes take a step outside of how we're feeling. Go to Yah, pray for discernment, pray that we're able to truly see things for what they actually are in our lives, but also understand that if you are noticing changes to your morals, to your values, to your integrity, to how you just feel in general with someone that you're with or you're dating, and those things are going in a negative direction and not a positive one, then 9 times out of 10, or actually I can even be as confident, say 10 times out of 10, that is not a man that God has sent for you to be with. And you need to just let that person go, let them deal with whatever demons they need to deal with and work out for their own salvation and their own life. And that is not for you to have to deal with, period. And you need to just move on gracefully and allow the space to heal and let God work on you, and have the person that is truly sent from God for you, allow them to come into your life when the time is right. So yeah, guys, I just had to talk about that really quick and kind of share my little 2 cents on that one. All right, you guys, so I think I'm going to wrap this up right here. I want to thank you all for vibing with me and just hanging out on the couch for another couch convos. I'll do these randomly just to catch up with you guys and kind of talk about some trending stuff that's been going on in the news lately. And like I said, please be on the lookout for my 2 big projects that are coming soon. I plan on releasing kind of like a mini trailer teaser to the first one, so be on the lookout for that as well. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I love you all and y'all bless. Bye.